You know what? To sit up and lie like that is just a sickness. Something's wrong when you sit up and tell lies like that.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 3, episode 1. And as I said, anybody that sits up and just lies, I mean, just a habitual liar. Just one lie after the other lie after the other lie. You just keep something wrong with your ass, lying bitch. But we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it in depth. Share that damn Karen Huger. It's just ridiculous. Now, we have found out, it came out on the Washington Post, literally about a month after the reunion last time, that there was like $1.5 million in back taxes that Ray actually owed. And there was this whole thing. And, you know, we left off like, why are they moving? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Because the IRS is after their ass. The IRS is after them. And we got to see how vicious of a liar that Karen is just in this one episode. If we don't see any more of Karen, it's fine. Because her ugly ass is a lying bitch who is for self. And she's also real deeply rooted into what other people think. But we knew that anyway. Miss Grand Dame, you ain't no Grand Dame, honey. What you are is a lying bitch. Sat up there. We found out that she actually had contacted Robin, of all people. She contacted Robin because I guess she figured, you know, shit, everybody else, I'm bad off, but I ain't as bad off as this broke bitch. So she contacted Robin and poured her bleeding heart to Robin, and Robin talked to her and all of this. Spoke with her, consoled her, and all that. So she goes to Ray. We see her, she talks to Ray, said, you know, he still didn't want to talk to her. We found out it's all really about the business. They have everything separate. You know, she's like, he was trying to protect me. This, that, thing, and the other. Whatever. All their shit's separate. It's all a business situation. It's all Ray's situation. So it really doesn't have anything to do with her, per se. You know, they can't take anything from her because they always file separately. So whenever it got posed back to her is when you see the self-centeredness of her. She went to have lunch with Robin to tell Robin how thankful she was that she let her pour her bleeding heart to her and all of this. And then Robin had actually spoken with the other girls and different things, and she had come to this whole thing where she felt as though she didn't know whether Karen was telling the truth or not telling the truth, and what she was telling the truth about, what she wasn't. Mostly everything, because the bitch is a liar. Okay? She had spoke to Juan, and Juan basically told her, it ain't even worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to even get into. It's not worth it to get into. Just listen to her and be a friend to her and keep it moving. But Robin didn't listen to Juan, as usual. Juan tried to tell you he wasn't in love with you for 2 seasons. You ain't listening to that. You still hanging on. But you didn't listen to him about this either. And you got up there with Karen, baby. Her and Karen got to talking. Robin did come across a little callous at one point, and she told her, you know, I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. She told her I spoke to the girls. Honey, Karen went totally left. Her whole attitude changed. She went completely left. She told her, listen, I asked Ray about it, and he said no. You know, he said no, and he wouldn't talk to me about it and all of this. I didn't know anything about it. And she's like, well, nobody's believing that. Everybody's believing that you knew something about her. She got fixated on, well, why would you? You're a traitor. Y'all are some nasty bitches, some backstabbing bitches. And that's why y'all are talking about me. And it's like, no, people were talking about you, bitch, because you think you're the shit. And the shit came out publicly over the Washington Post. It wasn't about gossip, bitch. It's about public knowledge, you crazy whore. And so she's sitting there. She's trying to stick on to something different because that's what people who lie do. They deflect. And that's what she was trying to do. She's trying to deflect. And she deflected so fiercely till she went into a rant where she ended up fucking like letting Robin have it and attacking Robin. I said, this is what you get. This is what you get. Juan told you just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It was cool. Eat the lunch and then come on up out of there. Because Robin's actually doing better now. They've moved into a bigger house. Juan got a job. They're sleeping in the same bed, and occasionally he fucks her. You know, the same shit that was going on before. But, you know, ain't nothing really changed on that part. But, baby, she told her, you know, you're alone. You're alone, bitch. You're alone. You're by yourself. And I mean by yourself. I said, girl, you know what she did, honey. Read Robin down. I said, boy, that gratitude sure did switch over, honey. Said, okay. But she felt as though Robin stabbed her in the back for telling the other girls, but that wasn't nothing but a deflection. And they even show, in all this whole episode, they kept showing clips and catching Karen in a lie. They did it like 3-4 times in this episode, catching Karen in a lie. We saw where she actually did ask Ray, and Ray said, yeah, I came to you about it. You remember when I came to you about it? But she swear up and damn that he didn't. That's a girl. She's a liar. Lying bitch. Lying bitch. So she's a mess. It's going to be a whole mess with her. Monique. Passes were given to you last season, but bitch, you ain't learned nothing. You ain't learned nothing. You ain't learned anything about being more likable. You done got right back up on here. You're bragging again. You got on my fucking nerves. You got on my nerves so much this one episode that I don't even need to see you no more. Like, seriously. All this bragging about the number of rooms in the house, the measurements of the house, and who's the neighbors, and all of this shit. Now, we gave you a pass on the first season with that shit, because her first season was last season, season 2. We gave her a pass. We're not going to do another whole season with you with this shit. Now, they were on you in the beginning about you being braggadocious, and it was we was letting you go. But it's a bit overbearing. You don't have nothing else to talk about. You tired of being tired. You busy being busy. Oh, I'm so busy and I'm so tired. And my nanny left. She was supposed to be with me and then she left. You got 2 kids. Bitch, get over it. Get over it. Stop it. Ridiculous. I had 2 kids too. I took care of my 2 kids too. And they were small too. And you do have a husband. I ain't had no husband. Wasn't nobody coming home. Bitch, it was me and my 2 kids, honey. So, like, really? And I ain't had no nanny. And 22 rooms and all that old bullshit. You're just ridiculous. You are very braggadocious, and it's just to a point where it's sickening. It's sickening. They got the same old problems going on. The mother-in-law still don't like her goddamn ass. She wants to throw some big elaborate party for Chris's birthday. He's going to turn 40. And she's like, I ain't calling your mother. That's your mother. She's still calling you heifers and shit, right? And here found out he ain't even spoke to his mother since that last party. I said, well, damn. A mess. Giselle and Ashley then became friends. Who would have ever thought it? They become friends. Giselle still with Sherman, which is cool. Ashley then separated from Michael. She separated from Michael, had her own little apartment. We found out he actually had put her ass out. They got in an argument. He took her fucking dresses and threw them on the bed and told her, you can take your things and go. This is no longer your house. I said, what the fuck? I done told y'all before about dating these old men. You fucking around with these older men, and I mean good and older than you, and they ain't doing them but raising you to their hand. And when you don't do what they want, they get rid of you. They throw you out like old trash and replace you with a newer model, bitch. You supposed to, if you gonna be with an old motherfucker, you supposed to siphon like you siphon gas off of somebody's car. You supposed to siphon some money off of that old bastard because he get ready to get you, and that's all he was doing was raising her to his hand. And when she got to where he was unhappy, he threw her the fuck out. Who throws their wife? Threw her out in the heat of an argument. I said, girl, you better than me. Now she done went and had this apartment. Now her lease is up. She's moving back into the house. And he talked to her. It could have never been me, which I'd have never moved back in. Never. Because now is when I would go in for my divorce and get my little settlement and move on and get me somebody young or somebody decent that I wanted to be with, not your old ass. And she's back at the house, and he's like, okay. And he's like, let's try to fix the problem, this, that, thing, and the other. But one of the other problems is her mother. He's singing a whole different thing. The mother. Remember, he was doing everything with the mother. They bought the mother a house, bought the mother a car, and all of that. Then once he got you, he got you. Now I don't want to be bothered with your motherfucking needy ass mammy no more. And she's an issue. And everything about her is an issue. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, honey. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I said, this is the best. You didn't get your shit together right, Ashley. You was too busy living the life and being fabulous, honey. And you on some fucked up shit. You in a fix now, girl. But she moved on back to the house. There's no way I would have ever moved back into that house. I would have never stepped foot back in that house. Throw your shit on the bed and put you out? Put you out? Girl, bye. And on TV. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. That's it. That's basically all they really covered this episode. That was enough. I said, oh, this is going to be something else. This is going to be very, very interesting. But I could tell Karen's going to really get on my nerves this season with her bullshit. And I don't know. Monique's going to probably irritate me. Robin, I'm going to ignore you and Juan because you just still on some stupid shit. So I'll probably be ignoring you. I can just tell that now. But anyway, all right, you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next week.